There is nobody called South-South. You've read geography. Where in geography, in the cardinal points, do you have South-South before?
I mean, with the state of Nigeria, there's 6 geopolitical zones, and we have to face the fact that there's 6 geopolitical zones, and the minorities in the former eastern region have been pushed under the south.
Who is a minority?
The Jaws, the Effiks.
A minority against who?
I'm saying, do they include?
No, I'm asking you, you're a journalist. Minority against who? I cannot be in my father's compound. You come and say I'm a minority. Minority, there has to be a definition. What we are looking at here is a definition drawn up by people who are alien to our way of life.
Even the management taken a quam whenever I want a video when I call on soon and Yakubu go on lied in all of these things on you about the Aburi Accord in 1967, Ghana, all those things. He lied, and I thank God that now even Ojukwu Ochoko wela si wega si call Nigerians is in the midst of crisis. Nigeria naga began him of working release akwụkwọ just to destabilize Nigeria. Then you could all these political figures in Nigeria don't even want to do a chairman, and they think that now everybody imogwa adigo self-centered and we the youth are losing focus. Some of us are not losing focus in here in Nigeria. You got to go. Everything in Nigeria do lewu no kokoanya that na this people na to pass. So manachom that video mazin nam de kanunu ne unu yekuda unu ya necha manachom kuno fozia the complete video mgbe Ojukwu nata wee kwuo okwu ihe nya na ndị anụnwa jete wee kwuo okwu ihe na thank God na that archives ka dị mgbe ahụ despite the fact no NTA record ya mgbe ahụ those archives ka dị nenenu Ojukwu interview nke ochi wee kọwal ka anya na ihe ndị anụnwa na ihe ndị ajete na ihe nya na ndị anụnwa kpa and na onye fail retain and when we the video soon na even Babangida himself said it categorically clear that na Yakubu go one Oburu Ojukwu bidologo no bidologo Yakubu go one and Nigerian government because they failed to implement ihe agreement nya na ndị anụnwa nwe okunu we na afune this video Ojukwu na nechaze na neneza the following video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Kodikwan.
But at the end of it, I don't want to go because these things are all, the tapes are available, the records are there. In fact, only about 2 weeks ago, I saw a set of the records again. The transcripts are available. But we talked about the Nigerian situation, and certainly, at the end, everybody says, oh, you told them this, you did that. The fact was that our case was so clear that I actually believe at the end of Aburi that the problem was not Gawan, but probably some ambassadors in Lagos who were pressing for something else. Because we understood each other. We agreed on every single point. The drafting was, in fact, my chief secretary with 2 other chief secretaries from the other side. They said, no. And drafted and agreed. We looked at it, we agreed. General Ankara read over the whole report again to us at the end, asked us if we wanted to amend anything. No. At the end of all that, the position was so good that actually Ankara drove Jack, Gawan and myself to the airport. Jack was sitting on his left, I was sitting on his right. He was in the middle. And in the course of that journey, at a point, General Ankara shook his head and said, oh, thank you. Thank you. If only we can go on like this, everything would be all right. I believe I was the one. As I do now from time to time, I go for the dramatic. Suddenly I picked up Gawan's hand, put it on Ankra's lap, brought my other hand, placed it on it, and I said, "General sir, hold us together, I want to say something." So General Ankra put his hand on top of the two hands, and I said, "General, I want to assure you that I am totally satisfied with everything we said. I will even go further and say to you something I did not say at the conference, and that is that once we have implemented everything we have said, I would ask you for one favor and one favor only, and that would be to be the one to propose Jack Gawan as a head of state of Nigeria."
Does your supposed coming Republic of Biafra include the Southern people?
There is nobody called South-South. You've read geography. Where in geography, in the cardinal points, do you have South-South before?
I mean, with the state of Nigeria, there's 6 geopolitical zones, and we have to face the fact that there's 6 geopolitical zones, and the minorities in the former eastern region have been pushed under the south.
Who is a minority?
The Jaws, the Effiks.
A minority against who?
I'm saying, do they include?
No, I'm asking you, you're a journalist. Minority against who? I cannot be in my father's compound. You come and say I'm a minority. Minority, there has to be a definition. What we are looking at here is a definition drawn up by people who are alien to our way of life. I have said it before. I said it last night and I'll repeat it. The word Jew is what is called a corrupted version of Judah. In Israel, Judah is only but one tribe. But the name Judah took over everybody else, either by a commission or omission.
Do you believe?
I need to answer your questions. You come to your question. We can stay here till tomorrow morning. We're not going anywhere. Jews took over. It doesn't mean that the other tribes are not there, like Benjamin and all the rest of them. They are still there. But the Jew took over. Nobody has been able to disprove me that the people of Ejon, Efik, Ibibio, and Igbo people are from one family. Nobody has disproved it. They are one people. All this minority report was brought by the British. The British gave us a minority. Do you know the reason why? They wrote the minority report saying that the Calabars, the people in Akwa Ibom, if they go, what is going to happen to them? And when I was studying in England, many, many years ago, something occurred to me. Why did you not have a minority commission in the north, where you have the TV people, the Nupe people, the Wari people, the Birom people? Why no minority commission? Why minority commission here? It is the classic divide and rule. They found oil. The only way to have access to your oil is to divide you. Very simple. If I want to come to your family and take something from you, I'll get you fighting with your brothers. You're fighting, I'll be cutting away what you have. So that was why they set up minority commission. There is a difference in emphasis, because you see, African people sometimes are a bit stupid. And I'll tell you why I think we are very, very daft. A change or slight variation in language does not mean you're a different people. It doesn't mean that at all. In Israel, they have Yiddish. They have Hebrew. When Christ was on earth, he was not speaking Hebrew, he was speaking Aramaic. Does that mean he is not an Israeli? Does that mean that those that speak Yiddish are not Jewish people? Does it mean if you speak Hebrew, you don't belong? So why is it that when you speak Hebrew, you speak Ejo, you speak Efik, you're different? But in Israel, you have Hebrew, you have Yiddish, you have Aramaic, but they're still the same people. Do you see why I say I'm an uneducated man? I study. to acquire knowledge. I just don't read to pass. I study to acquire knowledge. Why is it, if you go to Nsukka, we can pay for your ticket, you go to Nsukka. If they speak Igbo, if you hear one word, anything you want, I give you. The Igbo language is out of this world, completely different. Do you know, I'm from Ibeku. My mother is from Ibeku, so is my father. Our father, where I come from, our own accent and dialect is different from where my mother comes from. Doesn't mean we're in different countries. My dear brother, Ejo, the Izon people from Owerri, Arochukwu, and Nri are the same brothers, the same father, but not the same mother. The same mother gave birth to 3 sons. One stayed at Nri as the first son. One went to Owerri. One went to Arochukwu. If you come from that part of the world, including Calabar, you come from Arochukwu, go and ask them, they will tell you.